And just another beautiful afternoon for a ball game.
An opportunity to take all three from the division-leading Tampa Bay Rays.
Hazel May, glad you're along with us on this Sunday afternoon. Another minute before they run out onto the field. Fans for life. Those two, right? Consistency in the numbers for him in his first three starts. As we follow Alek Manoah, not only one. Diaz, Lau, Ramirez, Franco among those.
He had a good outing against Kansas City, but the other two have been subpar. It's a start. Guerrero at first and Alejandro Kirk.
Off the back of the mound. As Yandy Diaz in the box. And what a...
But that was behind him, and he had nowhere to go at his release point. And this is the two-seamer that gets away from him, and you can see it's...
You want to give some free bases away. One pitch in, he has put a man on now for Brandon Lau in 2021. Had an off year last year. Had some injuries. And Manoah still looking for his first strike of the... There's one down the middle, 3-1 early. And it's just low for
velocities. I'm more concerned about his delivery, and he has been kind of awful lot. And he was a little bit late in starting because of his...
Perez, the batter. There's the first slider of the afternoon, and it's in there. And a swing and a miss, 0-2. Jason. Like that one, that's better, but it...
And it's still, this is a product of his...
That one is lined into right field for a base.
Ramirez can swing the bat. Coming into this game batting .314 and in a bit of a rough spot here with the hottest of the Rays coming to the plate now.
And it's outside, ball one.
You can see Manoah after
a double play this early in the game as he rolls over on one foul, 1-1. Outside, 2-1, and again looking. 3 balls and a strike, and he's looking.
The little corner inside. Think about throwing it right in the...
And ball 4, missed up and away with a 2.
Walks in this series. They walked in runs 3 different times, and now, and you can see Pete, he has got a very strikes.
Because that has not been his MO. In there, 0-1.
Back.
Swing and a miss. Got a chase on a
slider. That's the one pitch he can get down.
And he got him. Swing and a miss at a
fashion of his pitches, and this is off the plate. It's a 4-seamer that rides a
fastball in there. So they did a lot of moving guys around. Franco now 0-2, and he's locked in.
Recent turn through the rotation. They pitched ahead and
the 0-2 in and out of the mitt of Kirk. 22 pitches already for Manoah. And again the 0-2. And a fastball up, fouled back.
And that'd be a heck of an accomplishment.
Get another 0-2 pitch. And again a fastball. It's up high, and we've seen from him this season. It's just about commanding it right now. And he got him. He just kept
fumble under this slow start.
Josh Lowe, the center fielder for this year, than he had in 181. 0-2. Just missed up and away.
Him shaking.
Next pitch, number 30 for. And another high.
Not sure what you're going to get on the next call.
Again the 1-2, and there's the slider. There
really checked his swing. If I'm Manoah, right.
It's up and it drops in right. Didn't place that
right spot. Watch how high it is. It's almost a with 2 outs has scored 2 more runs, and that's.
Runner goes from first. There's no throws. And now the pitch. Line to second, and At the Blue Jay lineup with Bo Bichette in his familiar two-spot. Opportunity to start, but it's against one of the best lefties in the game, and Shane McClanahan.
Average about 97 with it, and there it is, first pitch outside.
Not been what it typically is in the early going. He has walked 4 in each of his last 2 of which came in a game last September. In the dirt, 3-2 the count on. That time he'll check this one. He's got the iPad out right now trying to figure out how things might have gone. Probably also bothered by the hit. Almost 1,000. And out of play, 1-2. Near the lead. And sent foul up the right side by for Bichette.
He gets his hands inside, he barrels up this baseball, and
so 2 on, no. And for a base hit. Ruiz swinger the wave, and he will come
already. And this team, an 8th RBI.
Of different ways. A walk and a couple of singles here to get this one started, and it has gotten off game. And takes 97 in for a strike. Center. Bichette going back to tag. Left-handed starting pitcher throws their 4-seam fastball. He starts Alejandro. And I don't know that you could say he's hot.
This is another fastball on the outside part of the plate, and you can see Kirk was
today hitting an even 250 on the season. What far? That's outside. It's 2-0.
Yeah.
Fouls it back. It's 2-1. Henson looking on. Count even at 2-2. And Merrifield fights it off up to 98 from it. Has gotten him 1 run back. And they're making the clap. And a grounder to short. Walls has it. And X-rays negative. Remember, Jose Barrios got hit on the inside of the left leg.
Hollering from the dugout. If he'd have hit it, it'd have been a double.
Christian Bethancourt is the batter, leading off the top of the second. 3-1 Ray. Slider at the knees, and it's 1-2.
The opener on Friday night, and he hit high fastballs. He got on top of it.
And he stays with it, but again, that's the one.
Now, it's a ball out of his hand, and he has to start it.
The 2-2. Fastball, and he got it. Right on the outside.
You can always feel comfortable going away. Down and away is the best.
Now Yandy Diaz, who was hit by the first, popped up, foul, and out of play.
Yeah, he came into this game with a
just missed. 3-1. Blow coming into foul territory, and it's up.
This play, you can see it hits the netting before he could ever get.
3-2 now. And the slider misses away today. Capacity is about 42,000 with the renovations. And Manoah. Rays looking on, trying to salvage the final game of this series. They are 13 in. Big road trip. 3 with the Astros.
They're 4-5 at home. That's not.
0-2. Slider in the dirt for ball 1. And deals. And it's grounded to third. Nice stop by Chapman.
And the struggles that Alex is going through right now. And look at the effort by Chapman.
So now 2 down. Here's Harold Ramirez. Doesn't really have a great defensive position as Manoah has tossed out a slider in there. 1-1. Jammed him there. Guerrero's got it,
and watch how far Vladdy has to go to his right to try to glove it. It's going to be a difficult connection to hit Manoah on the run, even if he feels that it clean.
2 down. And of course, you have to make that judgment in a fraction of a. Feeling for the wall. curveball over the out.
I mean, that's what you want from your starting pitcher. You want to.
And dug out.
Tentative was the throw, and Diaz does a nice job to stay with it.
And he was brought in ostensibly to face competitive at bat. He's got to go in there against a guy like McClanahan. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
And played with Tampa Bay. That's a
fastball up at 98. 2-2.
Outfield.
And a hard slider, but what a week it has been. It's felt like summer. Curveball, and it's 0-2. And he got him. And he's going to try to bunt his way aboard. Here comes Chapman. Throw on.
And it's deep at third. He just squares third baseline. Matt makes the throw.
Now Taylor Walls. And just missed. And it's popped up. Field, it'll be Bo Bichette. One down. When he clearly doesn't have his best stuff. And we've seen starts in the past where first couple of it here today and keep his team in the game. Field by Josh Lowe. And this
stride. You can see the changeup grip, and he's out on that front foot and just.
So 2 down. And a ground ball to second. Espinal has it. .com/tickets. That is Parks. After the game yesterday, on the bases, kicking up some dirt, having the time of their lives. There's a lot. It's right at Josh Lowe.
That has been the leader in opposite field hits since 2020. Second among qualified hitters in opposite field percentage.
Hits out there. Everything that Bo does, he is doing even more so. So
the type of pitcher that he is, and first innings are always a challenge where you have to.
That last single was the one by Vladimir. John Schneider was talking about Vladdy, I believe, balls here and there. And it's almost like he's just coming out of his normal swing just a touch. Row set down by McClanahan. Manoah, each of them finished in the top 6 in Cy Young balloting a year ago. And
be hooked up for a long time as they match up in the American League.
All the runs in this game scored in the first. 3 walking a couple of batters. He'll face the number 9 hitter Christian Bethancourt to get the. And a broken bat ground ball to short.
And then retire the next 3, so that's 4 in a row. It's just a matter of time before.
And as we talked about off the top of the show, a weaker competition over the first 2 weeks of the season, but the best. Center, long run, Merrifield, and it's past him and Kiermaier, and that'll be a double for Yandy Diaz.
Well, a two-seamer that ran back inside, but his numbers against inside.
With 1 down for Brandon Lau. And a couple of misses up and away. And a good change up there, 2-1.
Grip and they run down and away, and
then runs one in on him. 2-2. Happy it looks like with where he's landing on the mound. He took a few. A roller to second, right at Espinal.
Did last year, and this gets back to everything we've talked about. It belt, but that stride is a little bit shorter than.
Got a couple of hits already in this game. Look at that. Ballpark, live music before the game, signature drinks, a great view. Get your tickets today. Rona rooftop patio. Right. Rayleigh in into his left to make are among the most popular spaces. Nice Dave Steve jersey, by the way.
No, because if you have to go get a beer, nobody's going to save your seat unless you have a winger.
Yeah, you need. Kevin Cash was asked before the game, well aware of it before these games started. It's 1 down to third. And I don't know if that. And the bullpen coach can't hear the phone ring.
Yeah, and there's supposed to be a, but you can't hear the ring.
Yeah, Cash Joe. Merrifield shows bunt. And he takes. That's an excellent point. Good changeup.
You know, that's like Kikuchi's change.
his way into second with a 2-out double.
Ball. He comes flying out of the box. Concentration as he goes around first. That's
still looking to get going. He is 2 for 28 on the season and just takes that second base job. Winds up going this year. And again, we've talked about it a lot. Merrifield, grounded in the hole at short. Walls. Lakers take on Memphis. And then the second game of the doubleheader, you can see again the Corona rooftop patio as they look down. Wander Franco leads off the fifth and takes a back opponent. Bullpen, he gave up 9 earned runs and did not come out of the game. I watched some Dodgers and Cubs late last night, so Cody can kind of feel that it's with love, if you know. A changeup in
3 pitches are starting to work for Manoah. When you
1 for 2, had a bunt single his last time. That clearly doesn't have everything working, and then you look up at the end of the day and he swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Well, it's going to pitching into the 7th.
And he gets Raley back-to-back strike.
If you have to go down and get a fresh arm out of the minor leagues.
2 down. Here's Taylor Walls. 1-1 the count. In terms of velocity, and really it was just much better since. Inside 3-1. And that's low ball.
So hit a batter and looks like Pete Walker's going to get somebody going down in that bullpen as Alec has
had a 2-run single and also flied out. Runner is going, throw down, and they are going to challenge. Just saw
challenging the out call at second base.
And more than likely, you can see the hand.
Safe. Tampa will retain their challenge.
So the Rays retain. You thought you were done. You were coming off the field. It's an 0-1. And ball 2. Quicker here. And it's a pulled foul. Again, the 2-2. Will split the outfielders. Get low with a double, and he's now driven.
Team fastball right out over the plate. Ross scores easily.
To make the third out of an inning at third base, but he looked like he was timing it up pretty good on as big of a lead right now, and the throw goes over the bag out to Bichette.
Hit the base runner, and that would have been a problem. You can see how Josh Lowe.
0-2 now. A bouncer up the third base.
Play on the batter runner going up the first baseline, so he tries to grab it and tag the third baseline.
Bruhan starts and stops at first, and now he is running. And the pitch is hit. Meyer back at the wall. Now for the Rays.
You go back to that stolen base for the heart of the plate. I mean, the slider just stayed right out of the.
All of this started, and walks him in a problem for Manoah this. Sit into right for Diaz, who's been on base 4 times today. As you said, it looked like he had turned the corner here in the middle inning. The ballpark app today. After the base hit by Diaz, he is out. 7 runs charged to him. And he starts loud with a call. And gets the call on a pitch that Pop incorporate. Back to the slider again.
Yeah, he's changed his grip.
He's thrown 4 sliders. Timeout taken by Lau. But it's got to be perplexing for him as well. Diaz running, and it is low ball. Nice crowd, nice day, but the Blue Jays down 7 to hits. Did not go, ball 1. Ramirez really where he started climbing and got the opportunity to get to the big leagues, and he's kind of been in the and he's worked it to a 3 and he just missed.
That's that last pitch may have touched the bottom of
it. Was 0 for 2 with a walk. And quickly 0 and 2. Another slider. Did he go? Going to the bottom of the 5th as we get an update from Jamie Campbell. I mean one thing, and that is Looney Dogs Night presented by Schneider's / tickets. I'll get the dogs. You can ride the teeter-totter. 2-1. Go out to the mound and talk to McClanahan.
Yeah, that's
change up and a swing and a miss. He's due up among the first 3 for Tampa Bay in the top half days ahead. And Luplow strikes out 1 down.
And Gosman there on the top step. That's a good fight.
Him looking his first time up. That's a slider. I mean, he's
got all the pitches you want and a very good. Yeah, they've had a tough stretch.
On top of that high fastball to second base with a double.
Pitch is up at 96.
1 down for George Springer. This one will get out of
a fly out so far today.
And then up and away
at the same level.
Popped up for out number 2.
He's a great pitcher.
It's like when you're playing defense.
You know, those other guys, they're weeded out.
One towards the corner, and the catch is made in. Amazing April 50-50 jackpot from Jay's Care is going to.
Alek Manoah, he had rough his delivery, finding his release point, but he'll get it ironed out now.
Earlier in the game. Tomorrow night. Merrifield is there and plenty of time. 1 down.
Give you an inning. Trevor Rich.
Nice to have, like, and Yanni Chirino doesn't like this kind of a situation. Can give you 3 innings and save a couple of other guys.
Josh Fleming, he went 3 innings in the game.
You see guys working kind of in bulk roles. Liner to
do that because the starters pitched later into the game. Starters would.
And off to a great start this season. No division anymore. The next time the Blue Jays and Rays, Yankees, Rays. That.
And you know what? No team goes through using just 13 pitchers for a season. So
6. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. leads it off. Pearson did. It's always an if because it's in there. As Guerrero strikes out.
And he has been consistent with his ability to throw all 4 of his pitches. Everybody's talking about Ricky Tiedemann given the first start he had, and we didn't see it. It might have an impact on this team before it's all said and done. Some arms down there, but nobody's really put anything together consistently where you say, wow, this guy.
14 strikeouts. So 90 leagues, he's at AAA as well. Certainly had a good spring.
See, I think it's. So I think you have to put your eyes on him, and that's going to have success in the big leagues.
98 on the inside corner.
This is his 7th career starts game, but his ERA is very impressive.
Including a couple of doubles by Merrifield and Kiermaier. 2-1. Curveball. 2. Popped up. And another one down the right field line.
Good starts.
With the Blue Jays going to the Bronx after that. That is up and in ball 4.
You're ready to play every day, and You saw the Tigers win the final game after.
Right at Rayleigh. NBC Sportsnet now, and then game G coming soon. Is this the year the Leafs get out of the first? And you talked about Richards being maybe the one guy.
Is that kind of approach with him in spring training? Right toward the
0-2. Change up. The appeal did not go. And that
Richards retires. The first batter he faces with a very good change.
Run, a home run back in the fifth. That made it 7-1, which it's fastball outside. Two goes for a little walk. Misses in with a changeup.
Effective. He's got a good changeup. He can throw one right out.
Now, part of it can be. And a change hit in the air to right field. Luplo, who has had a very productive day. Unfortunately.
Boy, he can float.
And Richards strikes. In the game, pitching decisions today presented by Sage. Official out hitting the Blue Jays 9-4. The Rays 13. If they're going to get that accomplished here today. You know, there have been some 2 out of.
And they have had a terrific record.
1-2. The count on Satya. And another play for Rayleigh. The division title. Whoever wins the division gets a bye. As teams, and a lot has to happen for this to materialize. But doing when they put 3 teams together who are expected to be very good, they could.
Tampa Bay's had the edge, as we mentioned, but they've always played very good ball games.
Sides of the field, and the Blue Jays will get their first up close look at the end. Kiermaier.
And that stop's pretty cool. And it's got a lot of Toronto captured in it. It's got the cool the way they've captured the essence of this entire community.
Lays off the changeup. Fastball, but he missed outside. That's a fair ball. Guerrero has it. Got a baseball.
Wander around.
Yeah.
Lots of good things to see.
Yeah. Sends one. Kiermaier there. On all sides.
Yeah, it's a great bandstand, and you're a long way from home plate. You can't really appreciate how hard it is.
Strike on Wander Franco. Waves at another one. He's already. Now to play down the left field line. And strike 3 called.
In New York next Friday to begin a weekend series against Garrett. Gave up 2 hits, no runs, walked 1 with 10 strikeouts.
As a strike is taken, let's see the Yankees. And
he's 29 years old, and they have stayed with.
Chop foul by Springer. Left field, but it'll be caught right at the front. Travel day, and then 3 in the Bronx before the Blue Jays come back.
They swept the Blue Jays 2-0.
For 3 today. A game for Bichette.
And he gets a breaking ball, stays right on it. Really kind of hit it.
And let me correct a mistake I made. Scott Carson. And it is 3-0. And Vladdy will take a walk. Seen guys like Jason Adamer or Fairbanks, Pete Fairbanks yet.
Thrown very well.
This year he will open up the series against the Astros. Christian Javier from Houston.
the reigning world champ.
Up and away, 1-2 on Chapman. And
Chapman got under just a tad. It was a high fly ball. It sounded like it had good.
Runners on the corners, 2 down for Alejandro Kirk, who looks at a strike. And that's outside. It's 2-1. Yeah, they hit 5 home runs in the home opener, and it from first. As Kirk takes strike 3. The roof has been open 5 of the 6 games. The Blue Jays have
In the 9th.
ace across the line into foul territory goes Matt Chapman. So now Taylor Wall's 0 for 3. I think back the Blue Jays and his pitched in leverage years. As this one is lined into right, runs well, and he's into second base with a.
Day's now 1 for 4 with a walk. He picks up his
slider over the outside. And a bouncer to Guerrero. Feeds.
And he'll feed those pitchers on the run and get them mid-stride, take them right to the bag.
A fair ball will get a run home as Walls come.
Bare hand and keep Brujan to a long single. This is tough.
And of course, he sends Kiermaier back into the shadows. Okay, but not getting the result they were hoping for. It's 8-1 Rays. After the
And he has had a fine turnaround since he.
Captain Biggio did not start. He's also going home. Right?
Yeah.
Parents will be dad. Hall of Famer Craig will be on hand, I'm sure. Another hit for Merrifield, his second of the day.
In many ways, Dan, and I think that's one thing that's been apparent. You mentioned they hit 5 home runs homestand. If that's the way it's going to end up, not too bad. Good start to their season. Big crowd.
1-1 the count on.
Plus, the family room is really an asset.
At Old Exhibition Stadium. Espinal bounces one towards third. It was amazing.
Yeah, they had a clock. They knew exactly what the score was when the 9th.
And word went out. Okay, they're going to leave soon.
Another part of the cleanup.
Jordan Luplow, 0 for 3. And of course, this ballpark opened in 19. Phase 2 coming this offseason when all of the seats and new seats will be put in, and they will face the foul pole to foul pole down behind the plate and down the other line. They're all coming out, and that's inside. Luplow.
Patience, I think it'll go as smoothly as
coming next year. Kevin Kiermaier, the batter. Did Adam catch that on the fly?
The most unusual catches you'll ever see. Adam just
The Rays take the final game 8-1. The Blue Jays take 2.